Edition. But seeing as my first 4 laptops were absolute garbage, I didn't really think about getting it too much. And side note, I'm not rich or anything. All my laptops are pretty cheap, and I'm pretty sure I got at least 2 of them for free. But around the time I had 100 views, I had a sort of okay laptop. And I really started to want Java Edition around that time. And a couple of months later, I actually ended up getting it. So I played it for a while, but I could never actually get the hang of it because it's pretty laggy, because that PC was an absolute potato. So I moved back to Bedrock, and a while later, I got my new laptop, which is the laptop I use alongside my main PC to this day. I stayed on Bedrock most of the time. I had that laptop as my main PC, but close to the end, I realized that I could run Java Edition fairly well, and that I could probably get the hang of it. So one day, I made a bet with myself that if I couldn't do something, which I think was win a game on a Hive or something like that, that I would move to Java Edition. And that was totally a joke originally, but then I failed it, and I was like, well, I'm actually going to move to Java Edition now. And it was pretty bad, really bad at first, and it was still laggy. So all I really did was play like parkour on Manicube, and I still played mostly Bedrock Edition. Maybe not mostly, I guess, but like a lot of Bedrock Edition. And then I got my new PC, the one I'm currently using, the one I'm currently recording this on. And it can run so much more than my old PC. Easily running Java Edition with no lag. As I started to get used to my new keyboard, I slowly stopped playing Bedrock Edition, and I became more used to Java Edition, which is why I could finally switch over. I decided that I was going to try and stop doing Hive and Lifeboat content as well, and try and do Hypixel content, knowing that a lot of my viewers would leave me. Because, you know, it's completely different. It's not completely different, but most people who watch Hive and Lifeboat videos aren't looking for Hypixel content. So, yeah. And since I fully moved over, I came to realize how much I like Java Edition, and I came to remember how much I actually hate Bedrock Edition. And now I wouldn't go back and stop myself from playing Bedrock Edition, because I would never have met Callie. My channel would never have grown to nearly as big as it was now. Maybe not never, but it would have taken a while. And I probably would have been so discouraged that I might have tried to play another game by that. Like, you know, I really am glad that I didn't, like, I really don't want to go back and change anything, because I could have been a completely different person. So now the TLDR that I said to skip to originally. I used to play Console Edition, and Bedrock replaced it, and I've always hated Bedrock for that. And over time, I came to see how glitchy and bad Bedrock Edition was, and I finally broke and moved to Java Edition like I always wanted to. Okay, now that my main reason for moving to Java is out of the way, I want to talk about the logical reason that I want to play Hypixel and not Lifeboat. So here are the pros and cons of playing on each server. On Hypixel, there's a very large community. Over 50% of all Java Edition players have logged into Hypixel, and it's the largest Minecraft server, and it's very well known. Whether you've played on it or not, you probably know what Hypixel is, and Hypixel videos retain a lot of viewers over time. Typically, at least from what I've seen, Hypixel YouTubers are almost always bigger than even the biggest Lifeboat YouTubers. However, moving into some of the good things about Lifeboat now, Lifeboat is much easier to get started on, since there aren't a lot of Lifeboat, you know, there's not a lot of people making Lifeboat videos out there. There's a decent demand for it, and Lifeboat videos will have a decent amount of viewers if the player's at least decent at the game, and this makes for a more dedicated community, but it also will remain very small unless, you know, it goes outside of Lifeboat content a lot. And Lifeboat tends to be less toxic than Hypixel as well, but only because there aren't as many people who, you know, would be classified as sweaty on Lifeboat. There aren't that many people who know how to talk in chat either. So the number of people who are toxic is also limited by that. There's one more thing that sets Hypixel and Lifeboat apart by a lot, and that's lag. Hypixel can be pretty laggy at times, and well, typically it's not nearly as laggy as Lifeboat. In Hypixel, you can die to lag. It could even be considered common, but it's nowhere near as common as on Lifeboat. For most players, it's almost impossible to build straight up because of how much lag there is, and bridging can lag out at almost any time for what seems like no reason. And there are glitches related to lag that can get you kicked from the server just for being too laggy. Which brings me to another point. Hackers. On Hypixel, there are almost 70,000 people online at all times. There are bound to be hackers. Same with Lifeboat, because it does have a decent amount of players on it all the time. But the Hypixel anti-cheat typically picks up on hackers very quickly, and reports are typically handled within a few days. On Lifeboat, you can have full-on fly hacks depending on the type, and how careful you are, and not get kicked. and almost never get banned, even if you do get kicked. Reports are almost never handled, and even if a report does get looked into and the hacker is banned, it is very easy to make an alt account and continue playing within minutes of getting banned. I have almost, I have almost 25 Xbox accounts. I could easily hack on Lifeboat, and they would never be able to fully ban me. And with Hypixel, if I tried something like that, even if I spent the money on that many new Minecraft accounts, Hypixel could IP ban me, and I'd have to go to even greater lengths to continue hacking. And cheating is very easy to do on Android. It's possible on iOS, but it's a lot harder from what I've heard from friends who know some stuff about that subject. But all you really need to do on Android, at least, is just go to the Play Store and download a client. It's literally that simple. And there's one more point I want to make. On Hypixel, it's pretty easy to friend someone, and the friend system works pretty well. Most people will use the chat and know how to accept the friend request. On Lifeboat, not many people speak in chat, and the friend system is very broken at best. You almost have to have another chat platform to use on Lifeboat, which doesn't make much sense, seeing as most Lifeboat players are on mobile, and a lot of them will have a hard time using other means of communication other than game chat, whereas on Hypixel you could talk to someone only through the server, and you could become good friends with them easily. Lifeboat staff is also less interested in making the server better than Hypixel. While Hypixel makes sure their servers are up and running well at all times, Lifeboat's most visited servers, such as Bed Wars, are extremely laggy. Even at times when the servers have far less players than usual, Lifeboat feels like a cash grab running on the least amount of money possible, while Hypixel feels like a server that is well maintained and is always being worked on. Overall, I would much rather play on Hypixel than Lifeboat because of this, and I would rather be a member of an active community of players who understand how to use a computer and play on a server that most people support than a server with a very small PC community and many bugs and people who don't seem interested in fixing them. And okay, one more thing before I want to end this video, I just want to say that this is all from what I have seen while playing on the server. This is not from other people's point of view. This is not based on tons and tons of facts. Like, I do believe what I'm saying in this video, but I cannot guarantee that everything said in this video is true. I can't guarantee it's true. This is just my point of view on the matter, and yeah, there can be issues, there can be flaws, there can be things that I've said that aren't exactly true, and I can again, I can be wrong. I'm just wanted to put that there. It's not 100% factual. This is just my opinion, and based on some facts and some things I've seen in the servers. Anyways, with all that said, I hope you respect my decision to move to Hypixel, and I hope you continue to support me in the channel just the same. I will try to do Lifeboat and Hive every now and then for the people who want that content, depending on the video itself. I don't know exactly. I have to have an idea. I can't just make a video like that out of nowhere. It'd have to be a challenge, like Lifeboat Bed Wars in VR. That was a pretty big challenge for me. That was really hard to do. And I probably wouldn't play, you know, just for the hell of it, and I probably wouldn't make a video just for the hell of it. And also a video, and one more thing that can make me want to make a Lifeboat or a Lifeboat or Hive video, could be that Callie's online and she wants to record with me for some reason. I would gladly do that, and I'd gladly make a full video out of that. Alright, but anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Goodbye.